But Chicago, like you described it, it sounded a lot more crazy, like people shouting and screaming at each other. And like you said, there were a lot of social, like societal things, like if they want to sell, they do that. And if they want to buy, they do that. And they'd, some of the guys had platform shoes, so they would look taller, so they could all like look bigger and more impressive. And
so in Chicago, they had pits, they had trading pits. And so instead of these pitches, they have sort of step pits. And these really evolved. People just started standing on chairs, and eventually they built them into the architecture of the place. And these things existed in some shape and form until maybe a couple of decades ago. So we all seen photos of them, and they're in their bright clothes and shouting and what have you. And they condense all the trades. So architecturally, informationally, everything comes at Chicago's in the middle of like railway lines for the transit of goods and telegraph lines for the transit of information from all over the country. All comes into this big room through phones and pneumatic tubes and all of these other kind of technologies, and then it's run by little messengers into the trading pit, given to someone in order to buy or sell. And there are people in there, trading for outsiders, trading on their own account, whatever, and they're jumping up and down, they're shouting, they're screaming, they're pushing, they're big guys, kind of ex football players and things like that. And the little guys, as you say, some of them have like lifts in their shoes, and they learn how to, there's a nice interview with one learning how to jump, learning how to scream and shout and catch people
without hurting your voice and getting your voice to travel.
Exactly.
And he said it was so squished at one point. One guy was like suspended in the air because there were so many traders.